Whew. Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's an Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Cutters franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. We're entering year number 11 here today in control of the Cutters franchise. Last time out for our Cutters in the year 10 playoffs, we made another run after winning our division for the first time in 7 seasons. We ended up going through the first round, beating the Spinners in 5, and then we ended up losing in 5 to the front runners, as we did eventually run out of gas to our division rivals, who would go on to lose in 5 to the Gobblers in 5. There was a lot of 5s in this playoff series. Congratulations to the Gobblers. They won their first championship in team history, as they really had the most dominant offense in the playoffs. They just kept coming back and, scoring upon scoring, basically. They were thoroughly dominant, and it was a well-deserved victory for the Gobblers. I appreciate them actually getting their first championship here. And then came the off-season for us, where we made a couple roster moves here. We basically went all in for the most part. We went ahead and spent almost all of our money. We have only $1.4 million left in the budget. Looking at the team, here's what we got. Burnout is still here, along with Jason Pinata. We have a new rookie first baseman in Omar Bassinet. We have backup first baseman rookie Leighton Schaefer, who it was pointed out to me that we could release her and bring in a disciplined player to maybe replace her on the roster, and we would get disciplined up to Tier 3, because she is competitive, and we have the advantage to release one of them for that. I'm actually tempted to quite do that, because as you know, we do play in a DH league. So we would have either Bassinet or her DHing basically every day, but then Burnout exists for a reason, and when he needs a day off from catching, he's basically our de facto DH or in right field. So, yeah, I can kind of understand the reasoning for getting rid of her, so we may end up doing that down the road here before we start simming. Emil Hopkins returns for his second year at second base. Ezekiel Miners is back for year number 4 at third base. It is year number 4 for you, right, buddy? Yeah, okay, good. Ghost Praline is a new rookie third baseman. He's the backup behind Miners, replacing Mateo Wade. Anthony Hildown is now in his first full year of starting as the shortstop, his 4th year in the league, I believe. Yep. Mike Pena is a new addition here at the backup shortstop. I believe he is a rookie. He is. We have new left fielder rookie Newt Presidente, the 24-year-old. He is going to be splitting time with Tandy Deep III out there in left field. Tandy can operate as a backup outfielder, but he can also be pinch hit in situations where we need a run driven in with that Tier 3 RBI hero. Reese Austin returns for his 3rd year as our primary center fielder. Bert Arbor is in right field today, this season, the sophomore player. Then we have 2 pneumatics again taking the mound as the ace here in his 4th season. Savannah Townsend in her 3rd year as number 2. Marv Wilson in his 3rd year as the 3. His first time he's actually moved up to number 3 in the rotation. His first 2 years in the league, he was our 4. And Handy Baxter on his 4th year here with us in the league. It's his he's back to his role of our 5th year in the league. He is back to his role as the number 4 starter. Then the bullpen, Everett Yuppers, his 2nd year with the team. Morgan Duran is back for her 5th year, 4th with us. Khalil Butters is back with his 3rd season. Silas Phillips is a new signing, the 26-year-old. He's been in the league for a few seasons. He just came off a championship with the Gobblers last year. He's been with them the last 4 years here in the league. He also played for the Ridgebacks 2 previous years. So he is in his 7th year in the league. He's the veteran of the bullpen. And then we have a 2nd-year developmental reliever, Liz Wilkins, still returning for last year's club. Solid team. Everybody's under the age of 30. We're going to go ahead and replace Schaefer here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can bring in a disciplined player that we can, save some money with as well. Maybe get a little bit more back into the budget. All right, so we have Wally Manning, who is also a first baseman. He's actually a good fielder. Choker would be a Tier 1. Sign Stealer is a Tier 1. Okay. Brett Grimes, he was just released. He can't be signed. No Swingins, he's a second baseman. Gerrymander Huber can play middle infield, which we don't really need. Jason McFreddy can play the entire infield. That'd be nice. Clayton Molina can play third and first. We already have one of those. But he does have cannon arm at Tier 2. That is intriguing. Darren Lowbrow, shortstop, he can play outfield. Francis Carlson, that's a starter we don't need. Yeah, okay. All right, so our options are getting Wally Manning. No Swingins, Gerrymander Huber, Jason McFreddy, Clayton Molina. Not lowbrow because he's an outfielder, basically. Can't afford Brett Grimes, and I mean, Wally Bannering would be nice. He'd be an extra. He would be the backup first baseman. His trait would be a tier 1. Swingins would have Little Hackett tier 2. Okay, interesting. 37 though. McFreddy 35. Molina would be 19, but that puts 3 third basemen on the roster. Look at my team here real quick. What are your positions here? Praline plays third and shortstop. Ms. Miners can play third and first. They already have good coverage from Pinata. He's a utility player. He can play everywhere. Bassinet can play the outfield. Tandy and Reese can also play the outfield as well. We do not have a lot of second base depth, so I think we'll get rid of Schaefer. And we will bring in probably Jason McFreddy just as a cheap bench option. That'll put about $2 million back, 2.1 back in the budget. So I'd be okay with that. We get another person who can play second base, plus he can play the entire infield, and we get discipline traits up to tier 3 as well as our spirited. So that's perfect. Anyway, so let's jump into the year 11 regular season here. As we're going to be taking on the Undead in the opening day matchup. Let's see if we can earn our 3rd straight playoff appearance here in the series, dating back the last 3 years. And we're going to get blown out big on opening day. We lost 10-3. Okay, well, that's not off to a resounding start. All right, but, take it one game at a time. Let's just see how it goes. We don't have a lot of money coming into the budget this year, so don't expect a lot of player development buying, which is a shame considering our team is so young. But at the same time, it is what it is. So as you see, a couple old Cutter players, Alfredo Beard and Mateo Wade, are still free agents. Same, Beard actually just regressed even worse. He's now 34. Pinata plus 2 contact randomly up to 64. Pablo Cantu to the Gobblers, replacing Lucio Wiggs in the rotation. Nice young rookie, 19-year-old with stimulated. Ooh, interesting trade on a starter. It's kind of a waste because you would need the starter to get to the bottom of the 7th inning for it to activate. Oh no, Arbor. You're getting choker. You are so lucky that's a tier 1. My God. All right, I'm going to look for a new right fielder now. I shit you not. I will. 100%. I will do it. Because, I mean, he's nothing special anyway. He's making $9 million. And what did he do last year? Absolutely nothing. He had 258, 12 RBIs is solid, but like 3 homers. I mean, he's not a power hitter, so that's understandable. But like 258? Come on, man. And now you got choker. That's just wonderful. I'll keep an eye on him, but I'll need to replace him with a spirited player if that's the case. Let me check outfield and see what we got going on out there. Anything in right field out there, eh? Yeah, how we doing, eh? Let's see. McLay is a utility player. Would have tier 2 noodle arm. Long stop is a shortstop with RBI hero. Okay. Carla Marsh can play left and right field. Arm Dawson can play right field. Okay, there's our replacement. Already cheaper than what our guy is. And Pat Henderson, another right fielder. Okay, keep an eye on him too. All right, let's go. All right, game 2 is going to be against the Grim Cats here. I'm going to check and make sure nothing I can buy on player development that I find interesting. Tandy's no longer a full-time starter, so I'm not going to upgrade his power and speed. Praline, he's a rookie. He could use the development. Townsend, lose workhorse. No, thank you. Meltdown, hells nah. Wild thrower, definitely don't want to get that at tier 3. Lose clutch. Well, the way you're pitching, you might lose clutch on your own, Tuna. I might not need to buy it for you. So Praline's is good. We got 2 games on it, and that's it, actually, I think. Yep. That's the only one piquing my interest. All right, game 2 against the Grim Cats, Hassan Fellows versus Savannah Townsend. Another division rival, our first division rival matchup of the season. And we're going to lose a pitcher's duel 6-1. That is unfortunate. But again, this is tracking for the trend we've had with this team. We tend to be slow starters, and then we get hot late and make things a lot more interesting than they should be. We're going to upgrade Yuppers here over to Andy D because Yuppers is very young. 2 players always fighting about who loves dogs better, who are you going to reprimand? Tuna. Burnout's the captain of the team, number 1. And number 2, Tuna, you've been a very subpar performer these past couple of years. Landon Briggs to the Ancients, replacing starter Katie Kelly as they get younger there in the starting rotation. Brett Grimes gets picked up by the Brown Bears, who replace Colson furthermore. Butters gets +2 speed on a random roll. He's a pitcher. That doesn't really matter much. Tandy Deep gets +4 fielding on a random roll. That's nice. Nice to see him still developing at age 29. Reaching his peak years. So we're the only team in our division winless through 2. Let's see if we can get a win here against the Brown Bears, who I think they made the playoffs last year. Brown Bears 2-0. Rash Tropicus versus our boy Marv Willis. Let's see what Marv does as the number 3 in the rotation. And we are going to win. We shut him out 13-0. And Morgan Duran hit a 3-run double? Did I read that right? Oh, we're playing the Brown Bears. Forgot we're in the other conference. Minors. Younger. He's going to be more of the core than Arbor is. Corbin McGlade to the Brown Bears. He'll replace Harley Marin. Burnout gets +4 arm on a random roll. He's now at the elite level in arm. Still developing at age 29. He's at 91 arm now. We're definitely buying this one for Praline. Extra junk for Baxter. Not really what I'm looking for. It's already his best trait. Or his best pitching rating, I should say. Praline +2 power to 67. Bonus 2 contact to 57. Does not get the bonus 2 power. Going for bonus 4 contact, he's not going to get that either. But loyalty does go up to max it out for Praline, so the rookie's very happy that we chose to develop him. Alright, Gunnar Ortega versus Hanny Baxter here in Game 4. Let's see if we can get back to 500 here as we take on the Cockatoos. And Cockatoos are going to blow us out 8-1. Yay. Fun. So we're 1-3 to start the year, again. You're invited to a groundbreaking ceremony. Who do you bring as your +1? Let's do Hopkins. Let's beef up that loyalty a bit for the young second baseman. Dawson regresses in the free agent pool. Maddox +7 contact. That's nice, but he's a pitcher. Doesn't really do me too much. Arm for Pena. Does he need arm? Ooh, power for Hopkins. That'd be nice. Base jogger, no thank you. 2 arm. Oh, yeah, he definitely needs arm. Definitely needs arm. Keep an eye on that one. Got 1 game on it. Taking on the Felines. Both teams come in at 1-3. Battle of the Aces between Emmett Kirk and Tuna Maddox. Let's see if Tuna can bounce back after a rough first start this year. Yeah, he did bounce back. We win 4-2. Nice pitch in there. Duran at the end to slam the door for us. 2-3. I'll take it. Right out of last place. Francis Carlson to the Spinners, replacing Patrick Rivers. Jesse Harvey to the Spinners, replacing Kamari Chavez. Wade loses 13 speed as he regresses down to a C+. Really approaching the end of the career here for Mateo Wade. Started as a B, he's now down to a C+. Layla Bianchi released by the Razzles for Julius Cardenas. Chance to get crossed up there for, looks like Phillips. Mark Testa released by the Hares for Crescent Wide as they upgrade their closer. Alright, Baxter, you don't need junk. Presidente, chance to get 4 contact. Learn how to play catcher. Alright, not the direction I thought that would be going. I prefer it to be an outfield position. Now, if we do that, he's not going to be able to develop anything else, because I don't think if you get catcher, I don't think you can develop to infield or outfield. So he'd be stuck as purely left field or catcher. That intrigues me. I don't think it's worth it though. I know it intrigues me because that's something very rare. I very rarely ever see as a development opportunity. But the way I see it is, Jason Pinata is a really good backup catcher, and he can throw already. I don't need a third catcher. Yeah, Pinata's already a great catcher backup. I don't need another catcher to be on the roster. 6% on Pena. I'll wait on his. We're definitely going to buy Hopkins, though. 1 power to 68, bonus 5. Does not get the roll. But hey, loyalty goes up a little bit more for Hopkins. And then we still have enough to buy Pena's as well next time out. Alright, taking on the front runners who knocked us out in the playoffs last year. They're 3-2. We're 2-3. Townsend versus Sandoval. Let's see if Townsend can bounce back after a decent first start. That could have been better. I think it was a quality start. And we get blown out 8-1. That did not go well. Okay. Let's see Butters on this one. Even up the loyalties a bit. Presidente or Bassinet? Which rookie do I suggest? Let's see who's performing better to start the year. Bassinet hitting 133. Oh, he's in his third year. Okay. Played with the Buzzwings the last 2 years. Scootsy, did you give me a dud on purpose? How's Presidente doing? Even worse, 105. But you know what? I think the rookie might need some confidence. Let's boost him up a bit. Maybe the confidence will turn his game around. Around the league, Leighton Schaefer, who we did cut here at the beginning of the episode, goes to the Undead, replacing Ash Bradley. Mechanics tune-up for Butters. Okay. Decent. Not ideal. Oh, he's rattled. Yikes. Probably a big reason why we're struggling. Pena, 2 arm to 32, 1 power to 88, bonus 2 arm. Not going to get it, but Pena's loyalty will go up a bit. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can bounce back here against the Ancients. Willis versus Landon Briggs. Both teams 2-4 looking to right the ship. And we win in 12, 2-1. Michael Pena walks it off there in the top of the 12th with the victory. Nice. Gives us the go-ahead. Maddox, probably. He's going to cost more. Who's playing well to start the year here? How's Tandy playing? Batting 200. Reese, 125. Wow, you are both struggling here to start the year. Reese is younger, but I'm going to even the loyalties here. Just because I expect more out of our offensive leader from last season. 2 players fighting over a heart-shaped Mary found in the dugout. Who do you give it to? All right, so there's 2 counter-arguments for this. Wilkins, on the one hand, is younger and the one we would ideally want to keep. Phillips is better and is the veteran. I think Wilkins on this one. Alright, taking on the 6-1 Clerics. We're not favored to win this. Chance to get rid of crossed up on Wilkins. That's nice. Power for Praline. Chance to get rid of easy target for Pena. That is big right there. I like that one. All 3 of those are good. 3% on this one for Wilkins. Why not? It's cheap. 1 B-low to 32, 1 junk to 69. Nice. 1 accuracy to 51. She does not lose crossed up, unfortunately. It's alright. Happy got rid of that. She probably goes up to B-. Do you need the extra power? Not really. It's not really an enticing option for me, I don't think. I really like this one for Pena, and we got 2 games on it, so no rush. Taking on the Clerics here. Baxter. Come on, Hanny. Give us a victory. Pitchers duel. We win 3-1 as Hopkins hits a go-ahead 2-run homer in the 9th. Not bad. Back to 500 at 4-4. Praline. Evening up the loyalties there between the 2. Alright, third of the way through the year, we're 4-4. Ian Perez to the front runners, replacing Orlando Fletcher. Beard gains an arm, actually. Carla Marsh gets signed by the Pythons. She's going to replace Chris Mays. Wilfred Henson to the Bowman, released by the Bowman for Harley Marin. Jess Bass released by the Grimcats for Clayton Molina. Alright, Tuna, let's see if we can do it again here. You won last time out. Let's see if you can do it again. Can we beat the Whispers? We rally and lose in 10, 6-5. We rallied back, took the lead in the 10th, and then pissed it away. Sounds about right. Sounds like par for the course for our boys. Losing to a last place team again. Spinner signed Darren Lowbrow, replacing Atlas Phillips. Handy Baxter gets +2 fielding up to 69. Nice. And Miners +1 power randomly to 62. Alright, what do we got? Alright, Pena we definitely want to do. Chance for Burnout to learn to play the outfield. Speed and arm. I always take extra arm. But the one here for Pena really outweighs it because there's a chance to get rid of a negative trait, so I gotta buy this one. 1 power to 89, 1 speed to 36, 1 fielding to 74, bonus 2 power. Not gonna get it. Bonus 2 speed. Not gonna get it. Chance to get rid of easy target. Nope. Stuck with it. But loyalty maxed out for Pena, and he's a B overall. That's nice. Burnout, why not? 1 speed to 81, 1 arm to 92. Bonus 3 speed. No thanks. Learning to play the entire outfield. We're going to get it. Yes, upgrade that secondary. There you go, Burnout. Way to go. Alright, taking on the 5 and 4. I believe that was the Razzles. And we will win to get back to 500 as we take that victory 8-1. Okay. Hanging around. Tandy or Jason? Who's been playing better this year? Jason is hitless in 2 games. Tandy's hitting .238. Well, I guess Tandy on this one, even though Jason is younger. Tandy's actually playing, so. Butters or Hopkins? Let's do Hopkins. Baxter gets +12 contact. Chance to lose contact versus lefty on Arbor. No thanks. Opportunity for Miners. Opportunity for Maddox. Chance to lose rally starter. Nope. Chance to get accuracy on Townsend. Okay. Three accuracy's decent. Velocity for Maddox. Hitting upgrade for Miners. I like his the best, but I don't think we'll be able to afford it. I guess Townsend's is the best, but I'm not in love with it either. I think maybe, yeah, Miners is the best, but we won't be able to afford it, so we'll just save and see what else pops up. Player development as we take on the 3 and 7 Colossus here next. This is going to put us at game 11. We'll be 1 away from the halfway mark of the season. And we rally and lose in 10, 5-4. We're doing good at coming back. We just can't always secure it. Volatile on Willis. That's a bit of a risk. Oh. Knocking that over. Golden Cup by the Brown Bears for Livia Zuniga. Okay. Alright, taking on the Buzzwings here, last game in the first half. Let's see if we can beat them. Can we get back to 500 here at the halfway mark? We do hold on to win 9-1 as we do end up blowing them out. Nice. So we're sitting right now at 6-6 in 3rd place in the division, possibly in 2nd if the team in 2nd loses their next game. That's hitting 154. Neither of them are doing particularly well. I think Tuna's is a bit more egregious, though. Austin or Pinata? Probably Austin. He's a starter. All right, so halfway home. Sitting at 6-6, we are in third place, tied with the Grimcats. And right now, we would be in the postseason if things ended today as the 4 seed. So, looks like we are competing for a playoff spot again. +5 fielding for Burnout as he goes up to 66 in that category. Take a quick look at league leaders here, see if any of our guys are leading the charge. None of them are in the top 10. None of our guys here in the main 3 categories. Duran in the strikeout category is so far the only league leader we had. Also strikeouts per 9. That is literally all we have so far. Interesting. Could get this one for Willis, but I think I'll hold off. I don't trust Volatile. Alright, just kicking off the second half against the Spinners, who we beat in the first round of the playoffs last year. Spinners right now leading their division as we come back and win 5-2 after being down 2-1 for most of the game. Not a bad way to start the second half. Butters or hill down? Hill down. Easy. I think it's going to be hill down. There you go, Anthony. Going well so far. Doing decently well so far, I think. A lot of ups and downs. Are you going the 6 and 7 Pythons next? Ooh, chance to get armed for Bassinet. Praline gets +6 arm on a random roll. Nice. Ooh, decent upgrade for Yuppers. Pat Henderson gets picked up by the Grims, replacing backup catcher Jose Bellotto. Who gets ahead is Dom. Junk. Doesn't really need the junk, need the velocity more so. And Bassinet doesn't really need arm either, so none of these are overly intriguing for me, it looks like. Other than this one for Yuppers, but he doesn't need the junk, he needs velocity. Dowson versus Poke Kirby here as we take on the 6 and 7 Pythons, who are right behind us in the division with the same run differential. And we're going to win 13-4. Good victory, guys. Cockatoo signed first baseman Wally Manning, replacing Sammy Medina. Morgan Duran gets +2 velocity on a random roll to 59. Burpee Dealer to the Harris, replacing Nelson. Arm for Praline's decent too. I like that. We got 2 games on his. We'll give him this one for Yuppers. Need to think about that one. Alright, next up are the Ridgebacks. Both teams will come into this one at 8 and 6. Oh no, Bowman, they're 7 and 7. We are 8 and 6. Alright, let's see how we do here against the Bowman. Come in at 7 and 7. We come in at 8 and 6. Marv Willis on the mound. And we win 1-0 to Andy Deep. Scores the only run on a homer. Right now we're tied with the front runners for the division lead. Looking good. Maddox or Butters? Definitely tuna. He's improving himself slowly by slowly. McFreddy, easy. He's a bench guy. All right. Austin gets +5 contact on a random roll. Baxter +3 accuracy on a random roll. Baxter's accuracy up to 56. Austin's contact to 58 or 53. I can't read. Yuppers is here. Hopkins. Yeah, we can get Hopkins's. I like his. Duran's dumb. Extra arm for Bassinet. Doesn't really need it. All right, Baxter taking on Alex Richmond from the Grimcats. Let's finish this regular season's first half. And we lost 2-1. Okay, well, we're 9-7, half game behind the Buzzwings right now. 2/3 of the way through the season. Gonna bring us my +1, probably Bassinet. Let's see how they're playing. Bassinet hitting 265, I believe. Yep, he's decent. I think that one's Arbor, right? Arbor hitting 157. Yeah, Bassinet wins this one. Buzzing going up on 11-6, geez. All right, Ridgebacks versus Cutters. Ridgebacks come in at 8-8. We come in at 9-7. Here we go. Rally back and lose again, 9-4. We do a really good job of rallying back in. Sometimes we win, sometimes we don't. But at least we're putting up a fight till the very end. Let's boost up Butters' loyalty. Why not? Hopkins or Arbor? Hopkins. Easy. Max it out. Yuppers are Hill down. Okay, who's pitching worse? And that hitting 216. Yuppers 424. Okay, Yuppers is doing better this year, I think. But I think Hill down to cost more, so. Ryan Cabrera to the Hares, replacing Billy Johns. Ooh, chance to give it a choker on Arbor. That'd be nice, considering he just got it. Junk for Butters. Colson furthermore to the Whispers, replacing Warren Ho. And to get Mind Gamer as well. 2 games in this one for Arbor. Hopkins 306. Let's do Hopkins. 2 arm to 49, 1 power to 69. Nice. 2 arm? Nope, no luck. That's okay. Good job, Emil. Alright, Townsend, let's do it against the Gobblers, the defending champs. Both teams 9-8, fighting for playoff spots. We rally back, but again we lose 10-5. It's a very big theme with this team this year. Phillips. Burnout or Townsend? Townsend. Thankfully, it looks like our conference is pretty weak right now, so we're still in the fight. Whisper signed Patrick Prince as they cut our former reliever Johnny Escobar. Weston Wong released by the Brown Bears here for Raimundo McCarthy. Contact on Burnout would be nice. Not as pressing though as some of the others though. Ow. Mind Gamer's a tier 1, not worth it. Chance to get a screwball here for Townsend. That'd be pretty cool. Morgan Duran, chance getting crossed up. No thanks. Taking on the 11-7 Hares. We're 9-9. Let's see if we can get our 10th win of the year. Taking on another division leader. We hold on to win 4-3 as Hesto hits a homer to make it close, but just couldn't get all the way back. Nice win. Against a quality team, too, that looks like it's in the playoff hunt. Damn, they have 7 teams with 10 wins or more already. That's impressive. All right, game 20. Let's see how this goes. Taking on the Grims, but we're not at 10-9. They're 9-10. Looking around the league, Drape Stuffy released by the Whispers for Lachlan Macho Man. Arm Dawson to the Ancients, replacing Urkel Sandberg. Alfredo loses his stimulated trait in free agency, so it's looking more likely that he's going to retire at the end of the year. Nero Bravo gets picked up by the Whispers, who replace Chopper underhanded. One of our former guys hits the free agent pool. Silas Fields +1 accuracy to 72. Hopkins +3 power randomly to 72. Burnout -3 power down to 86. That sucks. Roland Wheeler to the Whispers, replacing Otis Mann in their starting rotation. Chopper just got released, so I'll start him because he's one of our old guys from the original team. In case he's not signed before the offseason, we want to be able to have him start so we can see if he does retire or not. %, okay. Speed and arm for Bassinet, no thanks. Junk for Butters, no thanks. Townsend, chance to get a screwball, not worth it in my opinion, probably. Mind Gamer is only a tier 1. We can get rid of Choker, that's probably our best bet. It's at 3%. Let's go one more round. Grim's committed 9-10. We're 10-9. Let's see if we can get another win here at game 20. Can we get above 500? Nope, we're going to lose. 8-2. Bad team for us. Yeah, 10-10 now in the year. Oliver Uppers to the Ancients, replacing Colette Trickster. Caden Hoop to the Whispers, replacing Adelmo Lee. Tandy Deep +2 fielding up to 60. Praline +5 contact to 62. Chance to lose clutch on Maddox, no thanks. Riley Hancock to the Whispers, replacing Alex Gentry. Alright, Arbors at 47. We're going to try and buy his. Duran could get a changeup, which will put her at 5 pitches, making her one of the few rare 5-pitch relievers in the league. Townsend, no thanks. Honestly, Duran's is intriguing. I might roll hers because it's cheaper than Townsend's. Yeah, I like Duran's. Probably buy hers. Sorry, we're going to buy Arbors now. 3-arm to 88, bonus 5-arm. Not going to get it. That would have made it elite. 15% chance to lose Choker. Doesn't get rid of it either, but the loyalty goes up by 4. Alright, taking on the 10-11 and free front runners. We're 10-10. 4 games left in the season. We're in the thick of a playoff hunt. We're not making any moves. And we are going to win 5-1. Good victory, guys. Let's go. Keep it rolling. We're now 11-10. Hopkins or Yuppers, who's performed poorly this year? Hopkins hitting .270, much better second season for him. Yuppers again being a disappointment. He's performing worse now. So Yuppers. Pardon me, probably won't be able to afford him back in the offseason, which is fine. Do I like Silas enough to bring him back next year? How's he doing? Not great. Yeah. We're going to buy it for tuna. Max out his loyalty. Butters or Arbor? Bert Arbor. Hitting 132. At least Butters is trying. Butters is younger. I think it'll be him. All right, how are we looking? We're 1 game out of the playoff hunt with 3 games left to play. Okay. Ooh, almost lost it. Still only a game out of first. 3 games left. Chance to gain injury prone for Tandy. No, thank you. Morgan's I like. Townsend's is meh. Bassinet's speed and arm. No, thanks. Presidente says 1 extra fielding is always nice. I will buy that. Let's do Duran. 1 accuracy to 71. 2 velo to 61. Bonus 3 accuracy. Nope. Change up. Nope, didn't get that either, but that's fine. Alright, Townsend versus Burdock. Let's see if we can get this win against the Buzzwings, who are leading their division at 12-9. We win, we're tied for the division lead, and we're going to get the win. We win 5-1. Let's go. We're in the thick of it, boys. We're in the thick of it. Alright, Pythons are up next. If they win, it's a 3-way tie atop the division. When are they going to play? There's the front runners. They wins. They're inching closer as well. Pythons taking on the Grim Cats. Pythons need a win. They rally again, but lose 8-6 in 11 innings. So that means it's a 2-team race right now. 2 games left to play. It's anybody's game. We're playing the Buzzwings again here. Second half of a doubleheader. Lose tough out for Pinata. Nope. Burnout lost RBI hero. No. Burnout, no, not now. Not in the thick of the hunt. Do it at the beginning of the season. No. Burnout. That's a dagger. Is this the beginning of the end for the captain? Enzo Walters, released by the Spinners for Mark Testa. They upgrade the closer. Beard loses 5 power down to 88. Underhanded in the free agent pool loses utility. He's now down to a B+. He is starting to regress as well. I knew this day was coming where we see a lot of our guys regress, but it's still sad. Especially that one on Burnout. That is a dagger right there. Extra accuracy is not the best thing we're looking for Townsend. I'm looking more so for velocity. That's a decent upgrade. Pinata, no thanks. Speed and arm, no. Fielding, I like. It's at 6%. But I don't want to take the risk. Let's buy it. 2 fielding to 49. 1 speed to 68. Bonus 2 fielding. No dice, unfortunately. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Taking on the Buzzwings. If we win this game, we create the separation we need. We'll have a 1-game lead over them going into the final game of the season. And that will clinch the division title. A win here clinches. 5-6-2, 10-2, 11-2, 12-3, 14-15, 4, and we win. The Cutters have won their 2nd straight division title. Yes. Even if the Pythons win out and we lose our last game, we still have run differential tiebreaker as long as the Pythons don't blow out their last 2 opponents. Buzzwings, even if they win their last game and we lose, we still have them in the run differential. So, yes, 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 we're going to be in the playoffs. 3rd straight year we've done it. I didn't have to make any roster moves this time. Phillips or McFreddy. Easy. Arbor or Butters? Butters. Alright, Brown Bear sign Aiden Trickster, replacing Brett Grimes. And that's it. Okay, chance to give her to Choker on Arbor again. I like that. So Hilldown has a chance to become an infielder. That'd be pretty awesome. Although he doesn't really need the extra speed. He does need the arm. Townsend, accuracy I'm not really paying that for her. Arbor, chance to get rid of Choker. That'd be pretty awesome. And Baxter, chance to, he gets accuracy and a chance to get a two-seamer. Okay. Interesting. I think it'll come down to the final game here and how much money we actually have, because all of them will be available after next game, so we'll make our decision then. But they just gave us 3 good ones and whatever else pops up. So we do play the Pythons here. If the Pythons win, they already won their next to last game, so let's check run differential here real quick. So season standings, Pythons 1 game left to play have +7, we have +21. As long as we don't lose to them by 14 runs, we are going... Yeah, as long as we don't lose by 14 runs, we are going to win the division, even if we lose. So win, lose, or draw, we will lock up the division. We've already got the division title in hand. Right now, as the things sit, if the Ancients win, they may take the division title from the Colossus. Spinners sit at 12-12 right now. They are border on the bubble right now. Because if the Ancients lose, then that means the Spinners move above them in the rankings, and Spinners will be locked in. Pythons need a win to get in. Ooh, okay. Okay, so if the Pythons win this game, they're going to the playoffs with us, the Buzzwings, and the Colossus. However, if the Pythons lose, it gets really interesting for that final playoff spot because the Ancients would need to win their final game to get in. Oh, it's coming down to the wire here for other teams that aren't us, and that's wonderful for once. All right, regular season finale. Baxter versus Knockmore. Who's going to win? Pythons need it to get in. We win, we knock them out. Here we go. And we win 3-2 in extra innings. Walk it off with Emil Hopkins as the sophomore does it with a double. And we win. We're now 14-10. We are the #1 seed in our conference for the first time in 7 years again. Or no, 8 years this time, because that was back in year 3 we did that. We were the division winners last year, but we were only a #2. So we are in as the 1. Colossus are in as the 2 right now, unless the Ancients win their final game. Right now, Colossus are in no matter what. They don't know if they're 2, 3, or 4. Buzzwings are in. They're definitely going to be the 4, unless the Spinners get in. Actually, Spinners can't get in. They've lost the tiebreaker to the Pythons. So it all comes down to the Ancients. If the Ancients lose now, Pythons get in. If Ancients win, they get in. Colossus get in. Praline, chance to get loyalty. Pinata. Ooh, who's played better this year? Let's see. Praline, third base and shortstop. He's played in 4 games. He didn't really play a whole lot. Pinata. He didn't play so well, but he played in more games. So, loyalties are pretty even. Let's do Pinata. He's got more value for us moving forward because with Burnout now beginning to regress, we're going to need him more now than ever. Whereas our third baseman, primary, is minors. He's still young, so Praline's not as valuable as a backup. Looking around the league, Orlando Fletcher to the Ancients, replacing our former pitcher Curly Cook. Reese Rasputin, released by the Brown Bears for Lucio Wiggs. Tim Vadamakia to the released by the Clerics for Jason McPherson, our former reliever. Brian Ayers, released by the Clerics for Brian Deep. I believe that's Tandy's cousin. Otis Mann, released by the Grims for Gail Shavewell. Kyrie Garrison to the Hares, replacing Crescent Wyatt. Buddy Cherry to the Frontrunners, replacing Cairo Saunders. Jinkies Corral, former Cutter, to the Spinners, replacing Heidi Concentrato. Rafael Gongnam, released by the Bowman for Kamari Chavez. Sam Logan, released by the Bowman for Soraya McKenzie. Jack Bryan to the Hares, replacing Vihan Hammerhead. Marie Raga, released by the Ridgebacks for August Reliable. Hesto's cousin. All right, player development, what do we got? So we have $1 million to spend. We cannot buy all 3 of them. I know that for a fact. Accuracy for Hanny would be pretty decent. How'd he do this year? That Hanny had a really good year. Once again, pitching as the #4, he did really, really well. Arbor, did you earn me buying this for you? Let's see. You barely hit over Mendoza line, and you were locked in at the end of the year. Don't get me wrong, getting rid of the trait would be awesome, but I just don't think he earned it. Hill down, I would like to have more infield depth, so him getting this to try and play the entire infield, I'll buy it. Why not? 1 speed to 85, 1 arm to 41, bonus 3 speed. Not going to get it. Trying to improve from backup third base to infield, nope, didn't get it either. It's alright though. Good try. We have enough to buy both of them, so do we buy Arbors or do we buy Baxters? I think between the two of them, although getting rid of Choker would be extremely valuable here for Arbor, it's only tier 1. I think Baxter earned this upgrade more than him, so let's do him. 2 accuracy to 58, bonus 5 accuracy. Not going to get it. Chance to get a 2-seamer. Give him 5 pitches. Nope, didn't get it either. That's okay, Hanny. Good try. Alright, let's send the last 3 games. It all comes down to this Ancients game right here. This first one up against the Undead. If the Ancients win, they're in. If the Undead win out, they're in. Ancients win in 10, 6-5. They are going to move on and knock the Pythons out of the playoffs for us. That's wonderful. Felines and Undead here, final game of the season. Felines win 2-0. So we are the number 1. Colossus with that, despite the Ancients win, the Ancients only won by 1 run, so they did not win the tiebreaker. Colossus get in as the 2. Ancients will be the number 3, and the Buzzwings will be the 4. Spinners and Pythons will just miss the playoffs by a game. On the other side, Cockatoos are the top overall team at 16-8. Gobblers are back in the playoffs at 14-10. They're the number 2, looking to defend their title. Number 3 seed is going to be the Grims. It's actually going to be the Brazzles with the +10. And then the Grims win the tiebreaker over the Hares with +2 to a -18 run differential. So the Grims are in. All right. Not bad. Looking around the league, let's take a look at league leaders real quick as we did our player developments already. Who is your MVP for year 11? It is Ken Barneswobble, the starter from the Cockatoos. Benjamin Rounds, the top offensive player, is runner-up. Ezekiel Miners does crack the top 10 in MVP. He finishes in 6th, batting .357 on the year with a .600 slugging, 1,000 OPS, 5 homers, 24 RBIs, drew 9 walks, and he stole 7 bases. No one of my former players are in the top 10 besides him. He also finishes 2nd in batting average, losing the batting crown to Maverick Shid, who has .402. The only batter to hit over 400 this season. Tandy Deep leads the team in home runs again. This time he hits 7, as he ties for 6th on the list. RBIs, Miners was number 2 in the league in that, as he had 24 to Benjamin Rounds' 29. On base percentage, Miners had a .404 that puts him in 6th place. Slugging percentage, let's see, Everett Ho finishes in 4th from the Buzzwings, one of our former players. Miners finishes in 7th, and Tandy Deep finishes 10th. OBS, Ezekiel cracks the top 5 with a 106. Everett Ho right above him at number 4. Miners lead the league in hits with 35, time with Maverick Shid. Let's see, anyone else in that list I recognize? Nope. Extra base hits? Nope. No one there either. Strikeouts. Thankfully, no one on our team is on that list, so that's wonderful. Runs scored. Everett Ho finishes 2nd with 20. Elijah Holmgren, another former cutter, finishes 3rd. Okay. Stolen bases, the league leaders tied are King Monroe and Wax Warren with 8. Miners finishes tied for 3rd. And Tusum Walter, our former center fielder, ties for 9th with 6. Caught stealing, Tusum Walter with 3 is tied for the league lead. Holmgren with 2. Okay. Pitching, Barneswobble led the league in wins with 5 wins in his 6 starts this year. Jude Hokey cracks the top 10 with 3 as well. For the ERA, Marv Willis led the league in ERA with a 1.08. Wow, that is impressive. Marv, way to go. Luis Ballgard cracks the top 10. He finishes in 5th with a 1.48. He's tied for 4th, actually. Moving to saves. Not seeing anybody from any of my teams. Okay. Whip. Nobody in the whip department. OBA. Marv cracks the top 10 with a 193. Strikeouts, William Downs leads the league with 43. No one from my former team. Connor Frazier actually cracks the top 10. In strikeouts, he's 10th with 32. Strikeouts per 9. Let's see here. Dan Henderson, one of our former pitchers, is at a 9.62 there in 5th. Morgan Duran, one of our relievers, finishes in 8th with a 9.53. And Connor Frazier finishes 9th with a 9.29. Walks per 9 innings. Nobody from my team except Morgan Duran. She is 9th with a 1.27, tied for 8th, actually. For strikeout to walk ratio, Morgan Duran tied for 3rd with a 7.50. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, solid year. We had a guy finish in the top 10 for league MVP for the first time in a while. That's pretty good, although he was only in 6th place. Let's take a look at team stats here. All right, Bassinet hit 234 in his first year with us. The third-year player didn't really bring a whole lot to the table, it looks like. Bert Arbor hit 217. He had a horrible sophomore season and a gained choker that was probably cutting into his performance a little bit, even if it was only at Tier 1 for most of the year, for the entire year, actually. Miners, we know, was our offensive leader. Pena, off the bench. Micah hit 266 with 5 homers, 4 of them solo shots. Emil Hopkins, rookie sophomore, had a very good sophomore season, hitting 292, just under 300, 4 homers, 13 RBIs. Good bounce-back year for him. Tandy Deep hit 239, 7 homers, led the team, 13 RBIs. Most of them were solo shots, it looks like. Anthony Hilldown hit 3 homers, 14 RBIs, and hit 240. Solid year. Pinata hit 190 off the bench as the backup catcher. Reese Austin struggled this year, hitting 226. Burnout hit 215, a down year for him. He also lost RBI hero. Newt Presidente in his first year in the league hit 258. Solid numbers, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Not bad for our splitting time with Tandy Deep. Praline hit 222 off the bench. McFreddy hit 667. Pitching stats, Tuna Maddox goes 3-1 with the most wins on the team, but he had a 4.55 ERA again with a 1.26 whip. Great numbers, but, decent, not ace caliber by any stretch of the mind. Savannah Townsend, 1-2 in her starts, 3.62 ERA, 1.61 whip. Not bad. Marv Willis, great year, 2-0, 1.08 ERA, and a 1.02 whip. Just looks like he didn't get a lot of run supports. Plus, he pitched a game in relief. Annie Baxter, 1-2, 2.90 ERA, 1.19 whip. Not bad. That's pretty solid. Wilkins had a bad year, which is not surprising. She's developmental at best. Butters had a struggling year, 6.75 ERA. Duran had another great year, 2.86. McFreddy pitched a game apparently in relief. Yuppers 2-0 with a 4.74 ERA, solid. Phillips 0-2, 5.17 ERA. Not great. Make sure I got all my guys starred here in the free agent pool. Yeah, all my OG players, if they're out here, I want them to start just in case they decide to retire this offseason. I'm not going to make any roster moves. We'll play with what we got. Let's go. And we're taking on our division rivals, the Buzzwings, in the first round. Of course we are. Well, let's see how it goes. Jude Hokey leads the Ancients to a victory. He was pitching for the Colossus, unfortunately. Ancients win 3-1, and the pitchers do win the first game. Looks like Connor Frazier Jr. made the playoffs again there for the Razzles as their ace. Don't recognize anyone else on those lists. All right, here we go. All right, Rilo versus Maddox, game 1 of the playoffs. Buzzwings, man, they got here without any starting pitching whatsoever. Put all their money in their bullpen and their power hitting. I can respect it. See how it goes. Game 1. We're busting it out early. We're going to win 11-2. Not bad. Jump on them early, boys. Jump on them early. Cobbler's taking on the Razzles here. Razzles win 4-3. Connor Frazier pitched well. Grims and Cockatoos. Grims win 4-2. Solid victory. Game 2, Ancients and Colossus. Colossus hang on to win this time, 5-3. All right, Burdock versus Townsend. Let's see who's going to win this one. And they get out 3 early, but we lose 3-2. We at least made it close. So the Buzzwings did their jobs. They took one here on the road to have a chance to win at home. Gobblers take game 2, 8-5. Grims and Cockatoos. Cockatoos holding on to the lead. They're going to win 11-3. Even it up at 1 in that series as well. So all 4 series at 1 apiece. Colossus hold on to beat the Ancients 8-7 on the road. They're ready to clinch. All right, Baxter versus Benton. Let's see who comes out on top here in Game 3. And we rally and win 6-2. Great job, guys. Let's do it. We're going to clinch in Game 4. Gobblers rally but lose in 10, 3-2. Razzles 1 win away from advancing. And the Grims hold off the Cockatoos to win 6-2, so they're now 1 win away. Colossus looking to clinch in 4. Ancients will force a deciding Game 5 as they win 10-3. We're going to look to lock it up here in Game 4. Can we get it done? Harsh winner versus Willis. We're out early. Give up the lead. Fighting back and forth. We win in 10 innings, 5-4. Reese Austin's solo homer is the decider. We knock out the Buzzwings in 4. Let's go. All right. All right, so we won't get knocked out by a division rival this year. We beat our only one that made the playoffs. Gobblers win 4-3. They force a winner-take-all Game 5 back at third place. Cockatoos force Game 5 back at third place as well. They win 3-0. Colossus take Game 5 3-2. Jude Hokey pitches a gem. Razzles blow out the Gobblers 7-3. Defending champs are out in the quarterfinals. And the Grims knock off the top-seeded Cockatoos. So that means we will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs if we make it to the end as the best remaining #1 seed. All right, so we have an extra game of rest here on the Colossus as we got to sit out that final game. For them, they put their money into contact hitting and starting pitching. So let's see if we can get it done here. Ramos versus Maddox. We blow the 2-0 lead, but rally back to win 5-4 in 10 innings as Burnout walks it off despite not having RBI hero anymore. That's how you do it, Captain. You fight through it. Even if you don't have your magic trait anymore, you still got some fight, and he has that dog in him. Razzles take Game 1, 7-5. All right, Game 2, Fawn Bale, still in the league, playing for the Colossus now, and Townsend for us. Arbor got hurt in that game, and he's going to try and play through the pain as Tandy Deep is rattled and Pinata is tense. Let's go. Gave up 3 runs in the first inning. Try to fight back. We lose 8-4. All right, this could be a dogfight. Razzle shut him out 3-0. So Razzle's up 2-0, looking to sweep. Mackay Marsh versus Hanny Baxter. Game 3. Can we get a win? Arbor still playing despite being tense and hurt now. Baxter versus Marsh. And we're going to lose 6-4. Okay. And Grims win 10-7. They stay alive. We need a win to stay alive, and Jude Hokey's going to try to be the one to put the nail in our coffin against Marv Willis, the upcoming third-year pitcher, the upstart. All right, here we go. Can we beat Jude? Force Game 5. We lose in the 9th. Long Stroke hits a walk-off 2-run homer. Damn it. So for the 3rd straight year, we get eliminated in the semifinals. Oh, that is brutal. Damn. Unfortunate. Looking at the playoffs, Presidente showed up big. Rookie did really well. I would be happy to have him back. Hopkins continued his good play into the postseason. Miners was solid. Hilldown did well. Burnout did not show up. Tandy Deep had a horrible postseason as well. Reese Austin did all right. Pinata continued to struggle. Arbor played hurt, and he did serviceably. Pena did almost nothing. Praline showed up off the bench. That was nice. And Bassinet, I wasn't impressed with him all year, honestly. Yeah, he just didn't live up to the expectations I expected from him. Bit of a bummer. Looking at pitching, Matt Townsend got shelled in both of her starts. She had her best year in the regular season this time around, but, she just wasn't up to snuff. Baxter got lit up in his second start. His first one was pretty good. Willis did really well. Maddox did all right. Wilkins did decent in her appearances. Butters did all right. Despite struggling in the regular season, he did really well. Duran was elite. Phillips was a liability. And Yuppers, he's been a horrible disappointment, basically, in the postseason. Okay, so Phillips is definitely not the answer. Let's see who wins the championship now. Grims win Game 4. They force winner-take-all Game 5 against the Razzles. But the Razzles win 4-1. So Razzles advance. Colossus will have home field advantage as the 2 seed. Razzles win 7-3 in Game 1. Colossus win 4-3. Series up even at 1. Hokie versus Frazier. Hokie shows Frazier he's still the better pitcher. Razzles win 11-3. They force a winner-take-all Game 5. Colossus versus Razzles, and it's going to be the Colossus winning 8-5. The Colossus, I think, have finally won their first championship. The Colossus were the team that kept making the playoffs early in the series, but they just never got the job done. Like back in year 1, they went to the finals and lost. Year 2, they got knocked out in the first round. Year 3, they got knocked out in the first round. Year 4, they got knocked out in the first round. Year 5, they didn't make it. Year 6, they didn't make it. Year 7, they made it and got knocked out in the semifinals. Year 8, they got knocked out in the first round. Year 9, they didn't make it. Year 10, I don't think they made it either. They didn't. They finally get back in there in year 11. They knock us out, and they go on and win their first title. Congratulations, Colossus. Razzles were looking for their second. Not bad. Good to see a new champion rise. But hey, another successful season for us. We finish, what was the standings? We finished 14-10. We won our division for the second year running, which is the fourth division title in team history. First time we won the division back-to-back years since years 2 and 3, so that's nice. And we outright won it too. We didn't even have to win a tiebreaker for it. Like 14-10 is our best record since I think year 2, if I remember correctly. Check a look real quick. I can actually check that. Yeah, 14-10 is our best record since year 3 when we went 16-8. So, not bad. I'll take that. Another quality year, everybody. Shame we just couldn't get the job done, but let's answer that. We'll just do the off-season in this video too because I'm feeling good. Let's just do it all in one big chunk and see how it rolls. All right, so no retirements. Everybody is still kicking. I'm okay with not bringing back Jason McFreddy, but I still have to offer him his salary. He said no. Phillips is probably going to say no as well, and he did. Okay, perfect. Praline is ambivalent. That's not great. I would like to have him back. He was a serviceable backup in his rookie year. Didn't really do much in the regular season, but in the postseason he showed up. He did well off the bench. I loved it. Love seeing it, but he's going to want some money. Jamie's asking for what more than he's worth, so. Will he take this offer? He will, surprisingly. Okay, Ghost, thank you. Didn't ghost me. Nice. Burnout, not worth as much as you used to be, my brother. You lost your RBI hero trait, which is a shame. Honestly, and you had a bad all regular season, and you didn't really show up in the postseason either, so I'm not going to offer you what you're asking. Please take this. Thank you, Burnout. Appreciate it. Glad he's sticking around. The captain coming back. Pinata. He was all right. He had a bad year this year, though, so I don't expect him to walk. He didn't. Nice. Bassinet, he was a big disappointment this year. I expected so much out of him, and we got nothing, basically. He's at least willing to come back for what he's making now, but at the same time, is he worth me bringing back at this point? Maybe not, because I boosted Disciplined up to Tier 3 specifically for him for the main part, and it did not translate well. He did not do good. It did translate well on guys like Anthony Hilldown. He had a fantastic year. All right, he had a decent year. It wasn't anything world-beating, but it was decent. Pralien had a solid year. And Butters, it didn't translate well on Butters either. He actually did worse than he did the previous couple seasons. So I don't think going to Tier 3 Discipline was the right call in retrospect, because it really didn't do anything for Bassinet, and it was really disappointing to see him just continue to struggle. I'll re-sign him for now, but I'm really looking to... I can look and maybe replace him in the offseason if the right player is available. Hopkins, he had a fantastic sophomore season. I'm glad he wants to come back and doesn't want any extra money. That's amazing. Miners, same thing. He had a much better year this time around, and he was our offensive leader like I expected him to be last year when I paid him all this money. So I'm glad the investment is finally panning out. Hilldown doesn't want any extra money. That's awesome. Pena was serviceable as a backup shortstop. Presidente was awesome in left field, splitting time with Tandy. Tandy did all right. He's a 99%er. This should roll in our favor, and it does. That's wonderful. Thank you, Tandy. Another OG coming back. Reese Austin, he did not have a good year this time around. The regular season was abysmal. Postseason, he at least showed up a little bit more. So we'll offer what he's making. I'm not going to offer him any more money. He does take it. Nice. Bert Arbor, I'm looking to replace him. He gained that choker trait, and he just didn't show up. I feel comfortable moving away from him now. We will need a spirited player, though. And I don't think I'm going to go back up to Tier 3 Disciplined. I just don't think it had the desired effect I thought it would have, so I'm okay with putting that back down in Tier 2. Savannah Townsend's at 99%, so I'll just roll this. I wasn't planning to offer her any extra money anyway, so that works out wonderfully for us. Marv, Tuna, I forgot about him. He does not want any extra money. Perfect, because he's still slightly overpaid. Marv, 88%. He had a really good year. He led the league in ERA with a 108. He's worth a 8.1. He won 7.4. I'm going to roll this. It's 88%. If it was below 80, I would pay him. He's sticking around. Nice job, Marv. Andy Baxter, I'm going to roll him as well. He had another great year. Oh, he's walking. God damn it, aren't you? Yeah. Couldn't get lucky all the time, I suppose. I just had a feeling. Duran wants to come back. Great. I love her. Butters had a bad year. I'm just going to offer what he's making, see if he'll take it. He should. It's 94%. And he did. Perfect. How about Yuppers? I'm offering what he's making. I'm not paying him any extra. He's been a disappointment. Still sticking around. All right, Everett, this is your make or break year. And Wilkins, decent developmental reliever, I guess. We'll keep her around, I suppose. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate it. Okay, so we lost Phillips, which was our only crafty player on the roster. Tier 3 clutch. It never really worked out for him this past season. He was just a bum, really. And then Baxter, I'm gonna aim to bring him back because he has been a great revelation for us as a third, fourth starter. Dude has been solidly consistent with an ERA under 4 out of his 5 years in the league, and two of those 4 years he was under a 3.5. So that's pretty damn good, especially for a B overall starter. I would love to have him back. Phillips, I'm not looking to bring back. McFreddy, I'm not looking to bring back either. I'm just going to see what's available out there and go from there. What's going to give me my best coverage, fielding-wise. Either first base or second base. We'll see how I'm feeling. Yeah, let's go to the offseason. Let's check retirements, see if any of our other boys have hung them up here after 11 years in the league. Oscar Welch has retired. Case Shaw, Alfredo Beard has hung him up, and so has Mateo Wade. Both of the representatives from my second chance Hot Corners rebuild in SMB4 have hung them up. Alfredo Beard and Mateo Wade were big parts of that team to get us that championship that we never got in my first playthrough with the Hot Corners. They were so impactful. I brought them over here for this series, got them a ring in year 2, and then they obviously went off. I think Beard left at the end of year 4 or 5. Mateo Wade, he kept hanging around in the league. He would come back every once in a while as a bench guy in the second half of the year, but his starting days were long past him. So thank you guys for all the 11 years of great service to this league and this team and this franchise. Enjoy retirement, boys. Go ahead and say hi to Nico for me. So that is 3 of our original 22 players now retired. I'm actually going to go check the team summary real quick just to make sure. So we know Mateo's retired. He's going to finish as a career 300 hitter. He had 30 home runs with 92 RBIs across 10 years of service. His 11th year, he did not play a single game because, unfortunately, he was not signed out of the free agent pool. He played at least with us every one of those years except number 6, where he was with the front runners full-time as a starter. He then came back with us as a full-time starter in year 7. Released him, brought him back at the end of year 8, brought him back halfway through year 9. He became a starter again. Brought him back halfway through year 10, or like 3/4 of the way through year 10, he became a starter. Like, the dude he just hung around. He was a great backup guy. He never lost either of his 2 traits. So he had volatile, he had ace exterminator. He was just a quality third baseman, man. I'm going to miss him. He always hit for a high average for the most part. Like, Mateo was just that dude. See you later, Mateo. Cross, he is still in the league. Yep, he just finished up his most recent year with the Felines, but his average is declined. His second straight year, he's hit under 200. Chopper Underhanded, I know, is a free agent right now. He played with the Whispers for the last 3 years. He lost his utility trade as well. He's no longer in the A tier. Hesto, he is still in the league. He's playing for the Hares right now. Spool, he is still in the league, I believe. Yep, he's playing for the Gobblers. Alfredo just retired. He is going to finish with a career 279 batting average, 279 average with 39 home runs. He had more than Mateo Wade, 108 RBIs, cracked the triple-digit mark in RBIs. Played 10 years in the league. He did not play in year 11, just like Mateo. He was never signed. Both of them took that as the you need to leave the league now kind of nod. Last played with the Razzles. He played 6 years with them. He left after year 4 with us. He just had a horrible year, and I decided we were paying him too much money. He needed to go. He went, explored himself with the Razzles, gave him on and off. He was hot and cold with them. He had a decent year, then he was cold. Had a decent year, then he was cold. Then he had a middling year, and then he had a breakout year, and then they're like, well, we don't want to bring you back now because you're old and you're regressing. So, yeah, he was always a better hitter than he was a fielder. Made a lot of errors in the field. Looks like 16 in his career. Struck out a bunch as well because his contact was a lot lower than his power. He had over 200 career strikeouts. So, yeah, that's Alfredo there. But 480 slugging's nothing to sneeze at. Base percentage was 346. That's pretty damn good. OPS was an 800. Probably should have been over 1,000 though for your career. Still solid player. Probably nothing to write home about, but thank you for cracking triple digits on RBIs, Alfredo. Go enjoy retirement, buddy. Burnout, I know, is still here. Effort Ho is still with the Buzzwings, I believe. Yep, he's now age 30, so he's going to start regressing. Harsh McFreddy, he did not retire. He is still playing for the Colossus. He just won a ring. So that means, where are you? Let me check that again, Harsh. That means you have 2 rings now? I don't think he got one with the front runners here. I think he definitely got one with us here, and he just got his second with the Colossus. Good for you, Harsh. Nico is obviously retired already. He was the first man to retire. Fishman, he is still in the league, I believe. He's playing for the front runners still. Danny Deep, I know, is still here. Jude Hokey is not retired. He just won a ring with the Colossus. Malaya Ellison, she is playing with the front runners right now, so she is still in the league. Messiah Presidente, he is playing with the Grim Cats now. He hasn't left. Connor, he just finished runner-up with the Razzles. I believe he's also won a ring with the Razzles as well. Malaya Ellison, I know, is still in the league. I just saw her. We know Jude is still in the league. We saw him earlier. Leah Collins, our long reliever, is still kicking it. She's with the Cockatoos, who just finished with the best regular season record. Luther Butters is currently still on the Felines. He is pitching with them. Luis Bulgar has not hung him up either at age 37. He's the oldest player left, still not retired. He's currently with the Brown Bears. Elliot Rums is playing for the Hares right now. And Troy Harrison is currently with the Grim Cats. He has moved around the most of my relievers. All right, let's see how this offseason goes. So only 2 new retirements to add to the list. Let's have a look at the roster. All right, who am I looking to get rid of? I'm keeping Burnout, keeping Pinata, Bassinet I'm iffy on. I'm looking to keep him. We'll see who's there and make a decision. Hopkins is staying. Miners is staying. Praline is staying. Hilldown is staying. Pena is staying. Presidente, Deep, Austin, they're all staying. Arbor, I can get rid of him. Maddox, we'll keep him for now. Townsend, same thing. Willis will keep. We're trying to bring back Baxter. Yuppers can stay for now. Duran, I'm definitely keeping her. Butters, he can stay, I guess. And Wilkins can stay as well. Maybe I'll get rid of Butters. I just don't see him developing really well. Especially with that volatile trade. I think it really hampers his development and his numbers. Yuppers, I just think he hasn't grasped his potential yet. I think he's still got time. We'll see. Let's see what's out there. All right, so right now we're missing 3 roster spots. McFreddy is disciplined, so we're already in Tier 2 disciplined. Phillips was crafty, so crafty right now is at 0 players. I don't really give a shit. And Baxter was competitive. So right now competitive is sitting at Tier 1. So we need Baxter back to put competitive in Tier 2 again. Or we can make him, if we don't get Baxter back, we need to make sure we sign at least 1 competitive player. Spirited is still at Tier 3. We are not going to be losing that. And if we want to get crafty at Tier 1, Tier 2, we'd have to sign 3 crafty players, which we would need to cut someone else to do that. So let's go ahead and look around and see what we got. All right, so right now, first base is where we're looking. We have Benjamin Rounds. Everyone would love to have Benjamin Rounds. Gongnam. We have Stump Spence, the 22-year-old. Comparing him to... Oh, he had a really breakout year with the Cockatoos, hitting .381. Didn't play the full season, though. He only played 15 games, so he was coming off the bench, it looks like, or splitting time. Compare him to Bassinet. We get a boost in power, a little bit of a drop in contact, a little bit of a drop in speed, a boost in fielding, and a huge drop in arm. But again, Bassinet, remember, he has a good arm because he can play the outfield. And those Tier 3 traits didn't do us a whole lot of good. I don't mind going after Stump Spence here. I don't mind taking a little bit of a step back at first base. Leighton Schaefer, how'd she do in her year? Let's see. Oh, 143. Yikes. Okay, did not do well. And she played a decent amount too, so she is basically Stump Spence, just a little bit weaker. Power's a little bit about the same. Contact is a lot weaker. Speed is a little weaker. Fielding's the same. She has a little bit better arm. But she is competitive. That would fill the competitive requirement if we're unable to get Baxter back, so we can keep that in mind. We have a new rookie here, Milk Arroyo. I definitely read that wrong. Definitely more backup than starter. But if we sign him, we could replace him in McFreddy's slot, and he would refill the discipline requirement, put discipline back up at Tier 3 again. Has Mind Gamer, which would be a Tier 1, and Dive Wizard, which is a Tier 3. Maya Berg, Spirited. Ooh, talk to me, man. That is impressive for a B-. That's almost borderline starter caliber right there. I like that. Remy Tannen, Rally Starter and Pinch Perfect off the bench. You're speaking my language for a bench player. Caitlin Have Butter. solid name. Can basically hit for power and run. That's about all you do. Okay, second base. I'm not really interested in a starter. There's Ronald Hogwash, Magic Hands. Okay. Already a pretty good fielder, so it's kind of redundant with Tier 2 Magic Hands. Okay. There is Ian Evans, who is crafty, but at first pitch prayer at Tier 1 or Tier 2. Tier 2 or Tier 3. Okay. Can't play any other position other than second base, but he could always develop that ability. Interesting. I'm not interested. I don't think I'm interested enough to get him, though. And then right field. What do we got out there today? Have anybody good? Spool. He is testing free agency again. Okay. Gonna need $14 million for that. Felicity Mess has not developed. Still a B-. She is disciplined. So if we get rid of Burt, Burt is spirited, so we would need to sign a spirited right fielder. And right now, there are no, outside of Spool, there are no quality starting right fielders. So I think, right now, Burt Arbor is safe. I don't want to downgrade that badly. Unless we go out and get a catcher, at which point Burnout becomes our primary right fielder. And then Pinata becomes the primary catcher. Wilfred Hancock. The game just really generated a 19-year-old rookie S-tier catcher. With durable. And powerless right-hander, which would be a Tier 3. Lord, you tempt me. You tempt me so much. If I did not have Burnout, I would so go. Actually, this would make Burnout our primary right fielder. I'm intrigued. We would still need to sign a spirited player. I'd be willing to go. I would go do this. Kareem Sanford is 30. He is competitive. That would fill the competitive requirement. Sprinter and durable. Okay. Hunky Simon. Nice name. Ooh. Both are extremely tempting. I will heavily consider this. I will heavily, unnecessarily consider this. Alright, well, if that's the case, if we sign both of them, we're going to need a spirited player. That would be Maya Berg. Ronald Hogwash would also fit the bill. Now, if we go get Felicity Mess, that would mean that Tandy Deep becomes our primary right fielder. It's also a hefty dozen roles who can play first base and outfield. That's pretty cool. Tough out would be a Tier 2. Solid. I like it. Across the board, pretty even. Alright, we need a starting pitcher, too. So Jude is testing free agency. So is Connor. Dark Herschel. Baker. Alex Gentry. Barney Frank. There's Hanny. There's also Dina Solomon. Leah Dudley, no thanks. That's way too low rated. Pablo Cantu. Ashton Underwood. Homer Powell. sim up a few rounds here. See how this goes. Jose Bellotto to the Hares. Nobody in round 2. Nobody in round 3. Nobody in round 1 in round 4, actually. Caden Hooper to the Cockatoos. No one in round 5. Round 6, nobody. Nobody in round 7. Nobody in round 8. Nobody in round 9. Nobody in round 10. Okay, so how are we looking? With all of our targets, what are we looking at? 20 million. Am I really about to pay this man $20 million to make Burnout my primary right fielder? Or do I go get Samford? You guys have no idea how tempted I am to do this just because I think it would be funny. Let me go get Maya Berg for Bassinet. Oh, we can't get Maya Berg for Bassinet because Bassinet's spirited. He's holding us at tier 3. Bastard. Oh, my God. Is it even plausible? Is this even possible? I think it is. It is if we release Arbor. Oh my God, I kind of want to do this because I think it's going to be funny. Because then not only do we have a hotshot rookie catcher, we can move Burnout to right field, and he can play there permanently until he loses his playing ability, and then he becomes DH the whole time. And we have Pinata who can play anywhere in the fucking field. We would have the absolute grossest catching core in the history of this league. Oh my God. I kind of want to do it. I just want to do it. God, it's so tough. And then we'd have to get Maya Berg to fill that role, but then we have no money to fill Hanny Baxter's spot, and we'll have to cut somebody. Oh, man. Honestly, I think I'm going to do it. You only live once, right? This may be crazy. This may be entirely out of character for me. But I want to take this shot. I want to risk this and go for it. I want to do this. Please, let's make it happen. Goodbye, Bert. I can't believe I just fucking did that. Oh my God. I can't believe I just did that. I just signed an S tier fucking catcher. A rookie catcher. Unproven talent. Oh my God. The unhinged shit I do at 1 in the morning. Alright, well, Maya's the next one we sign then, because I think we need another spirited player to boost us back to tier 3. That's the only way that's going to work. Oh my God, he's going to have tier 3 power versus right-hander. Ooh. So we still need one competitive player signed as well, so it needs to be a competitive and a spirited to fill the roster. No other moves were made in round 11. Round 12, we see Chance Matthews to the Cockatoos. Leah Collins gets cut by the Cockatoos. 4-starter Nelson Olson. Benjamin Rounds goes to the Felines. Jesse Bass to the Cockatoos. Connor Frazier gets signed by the Grim Cats, so he's going to be a division rival now. He's going to be joining Messiah Presidente out there. Tucson Walter to the Pythons. And Kareem Samford, the catcher, to the Ancients. Chris Mays to the Cockatoos. Jude Hokey will go to the Grims, so he's staying in the other league. Or he's moving over to the other league after he wins the title with the Colossus. Todd Case to the Grims, replacing Anaya Mayo. Kamari Chavez to the Cockatoos. Wade Bruno to the Felines. Otis Mann to the Grims. And Hemming Holt to the Felines. So, a lot of high-level names off the board. Still have a little bit to go on these guys. Okay. Could get Hogwash. He'd be decent. The bench guy. Tier 2 Magic Hands on him. Chopper's still out here in the free agent pool. Hesla's not testing free agency, it looks like. Okay. Round 13. Okay. So Peralta, Herschel, underhanded, good sign to the Brown Bears. You also go get Baker. Barneswobble, the MVP, gets cut by the Cockatoos for Alex Gentry as they get a little bit younger. Interesting move. Asher Kit, the Ancient. Spool Warrior's going to the Undead. He's in the conference, not in our division. Iggy Young to the Grims. Vadamakia to the Undead. Okay. Honestly, I love Hanny Baxter, but I don't think I'm going to be able to afford him, per se. I have $7.5 million, so I don't think I'm going to have enough to re-sign him, unfortunately. Cantu is stimulated, okay. Solomon is disciplined. Yeah, we don't really need a high-level pitcher. But at the same time, I don't think we're going to have the money to make these moves I'm going to need to make. So I'm going to have to make some roster moves with players that are already here that I was looking to keep. And just, work around it, Ugh. That's unfortunate. I thought I had this all figured out, but it turns out I might not. Still, I guess we could always develop a young pitcher. If there was one available, like Curly Cook. How's Curly been doing since he left? How you been since we left, Curly? Not great. You've never been the same. Yeah, you had that one good promising year. I kept you on the roster, and then you've imploded back to your normal tricks. So, probably not going to sign him. Oh, right, and I need to get rid of... I have a bullpen slot open, too. That's right. I still have 3 spots I need to fill with $7.5 million. Oh, I did not think this through. This signing for Hancock is not working out. It is not playing out how I thought it would. So McFreddy's disciplined. Baxter is spirited. Or not Baxter. Baxter's competitive, sorry. Phillips is crafty. It don't matter. McFreddy is disciplined. Okay. I didn't start any relievers now that I think about it. Whoops. Yeah, because I need to sign one, too. Sawyer Mealy, competitive. Box Hinton is competitive, okay. Johnny Escobar's still out here, kicking it. Silas Phillips. Oliver Yuppers. Top Mackey. Discipline. McKinley Whitaker. Competitive. Not a lot. Okay. Mulberry, Mosley, Grips, Love, Barry Frank, Waldo Cole, Reese Foster. We got Gangnam, Cherry, Mad, Vu, and Bianchi. Okay, so a couple low level guys, a couple mid guys, but nothing world beating. It looks like. Oh God, I'm not gonna have enough money for all this. I'm gonna need to make some cuts. See, I really don't want to get rid of Hancock because I think he's going to be like a fucking actual superhuman force of nature that is just going to be unstoppable. And I kind of want to be on that ride. But at the same time, I think if we're going to make this work, we're going to have to let go of Maddox and Townsend because they're the next two that make the most amount of money on the roster in order to keep him afloat. Like Maddox, he had good first 2 years and he's been only average the last two. Like, not what you expect at all after those first 2 years in the league. And Townsend was decent her first year, and then she was bad the second year. Now she's back up to her little bit where she was originally, but, you know, it hasn't, like, really stood her out or anything, especially with a workhorse trait on her. But Maddox with clutch is just so clutch. I don't have a better way to describe it. It's just such a good trait. But at the same time, I think sacrifices are going to need to be made if we're going to make this work. What are their chemistries? Let's see. Townsend is disciplined, so that's an easy cut. Maddox is also disciplined. Okay, perfect. They are two things I would not mind getting rid of. I can make moves with that. Okay. I think I can work with this. Hey, John Moore, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Well, it doesn't really apply in this. Ow. God damn it. Got stuck on the chair again. Can you get by with an average fifth starter? I mean, I probably could if I was playing, but I'm not. There'd be superstar hitters. That's true. See, I'm simming in this league, so I'm not actually playing any of the games. So that really doesn't apply in this situation. It's just like, do I think Hancock is going to be an absolute legend in the sim? I really think he is. But it's going to cost me my top two starters, it sounds like. But maybe he's the difference maker we've been waiting for that we need to push us over the edge. We've made the playoffs the last 3 years, but each of the last 3 years we've been eliminated in the second round each time. We haven't made it to the finals. We haven't gotten the job done. I'm just thinking, maybe it's worth it, you know? Well, the dude can also play first base. Oliver can now play the entire outfield. We got a lot of coverage out there in my catching core. Oliver can play right field. He can play left and center. Pinata can play everywhere. Hancock can even play first base. We might not even need Bassinet on the team anymore, but he's one of our spirited guys. He's holding my spirited stuff. Tier 3. Oh, this is not working out. I've got to fill 3 roster spots. Well, I can definitely get away with like a cheap bullpen arm because I already have 3 elite level guys in the bullpen, Butters, Yuppers, and Duran. So, like, I have 3 good pitchers there already. I don't need to worry about going and get like a B or worse reliever. That's not a problem. Oh, McKinley Whitaker with 4 pitches looks pretty solid. I like that. Junk Baller 2, Metalhead would be a tier 2. Not bad. I can always get away with that. Do I want her or do I want Top Mackey? Fastball, curveball, changeup, tier 2 composed. Not bad. Definitely usable. Whitaker would definitely cover the competitive trait. Mackey's a lefty. Whitaker's a righty. What are my guys on the team? Wilkins is left-handed. Butters is right-handed. Duran is left-handed. And Yuppers is right-handed. So we have 2 and 2. So we can go either way, lefty or righty. Doesn't matter. Whitaker severely propped up by her junk and the fact she has 4 relief pitches. Mackey's got good velocity and good accuracy. Plus Composed will boost his accuracy even higher. But that means he only has 1 good pitch, whereas Whitaker will have 3 good pitches because junk will affect her curve, her slider, and her change. You know what? I'll take Whitaker. Give me Whitaker. That'll fill that spot. We still have 3 mil left. Okay, so if we're going to do this, we're going to need to tear down the starting rotation. That's what's going to have to happen. Tuna just hasn't been great since he stepped up into the ace role. He's just never regained the original form he had when he first joined the team. We don't want to go sell it all the way down the river. We can go get someone like Underwood, Cantu, or Baxter. Well, we'll definitely want to bring Baxter back for sure. He's been really solid for us every year he's been here, so I don't want to get rid of him. Cantu pitched for the Gobblers last year. He was decent. Solomon's a rookie. Underwood's a rookie. Powell is a rookie as well. Okay. Stimulated's not great on a starting pitcher. It's kind of a waste of a trade. He only has 3 pitches. Underwood has 3 fastballs and a slider. Ugh, I don't like that mix either. He has elite level accuracy, though. Elite 4-seamer, too. Cantu is stimulated again. Waste of a trade on a starting pitcher. Solomon is disciplined, and she's the one with the most potential, I think, to develop. She has the best pitch mix of the 4. Of those other 4. We know Baxter's definitely coming back, but we still need to sign one of these 3 fucks. Probably Cantu. I think Cantu would probably be the choice. He's already got a proven year under his belt, so I feel less working with the unknown in that situation. Yeah, okay, I think that's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay. Cool, that's the way we're going to make this work. Alright, so it's going to be... Who makes more money, Cantu or Solomon? Cantu. So it's going to be Cantu for Maddox, which is a shame, but it has to be done. Stimulated at tier 1, so it's probably never going to activate anyway. It's not like he's going to pitch that deep in games all the time. And then we do Solomon. For Townsend. Starting pitch is going to take a big hit this year. So that keeps discipline right where it's at. Then we have enough money, we can go get Hanny Baxter back. Put him right here. Alright, Hanny's back, and then we still have one more roster spot to fill, which is the bench roll. We have $6 million to spend. Alright, so we need to sign 1 spirited player. So that means it's either got to be Maya Berg or Ronald Hogwash. I'm leaning towards Hogwash because he will be cheaper. I think we can go one more round on it, though, so let's do that. All right, Berg is still here. McDaniel, Logan, Marsh, Bullock, Golden, Wyatt, Simon, Phelps, Trickster. I'd be signing a D-minus rated player with 99 speed. That's true. Trickster to Undead. Yeah, I mean, it is just a bench slot, right? Litton Burke to the Gobblers. Is there anybody like really cheap spirited players? Let's have a look. What do we got? Let's see. Where's my chemistry settings? Too far. There we go. There is really only... That can't... Oh, I hit pitchers. That's why I'm stupid. My bad. There we go. Hippie Yoder, who still hasn't regressed for some reason. Memphis Colbert, Bert Arbor, Dan Arnold, young third baseman. Axel Guerrero, Ronald Hogwash, Maya Berg, Trinket Stewart, Rosa Hornblower, Reef Weber. Tier 2 Cannon Arm. Tier 2 Whiffer and Slowpoke. Tier 2 First Pitch Prayer. No traits. Tier 2 Magic Hands. Tier 1 Bad Ball Hitter, Tier 1 Choker. Tier 3 Contact vs. Lefty, Tier 1 Choker. Tier 2 Base Rounder, Tier 1 Distractor, Tier 2 Little Hack, Tier 3 Clutch. Yeah, I think Hogwash is our best bet here. I don't like Stewart enough to bring her in. Well, she would fill the bench at first base, but we already have 3 catchers on the roster, so we don't need an outfielder. But we need a right fielder, really. Reef Weber. Nah, I'm feeling Hogwash here. We're going all in. Literally, we have $400K left in the budget. All right, I think we're done. I really can't believe I've done this, but you know what? It is what it is. We've done it now. No going back. We made our choice. We're going to lie in it. We put everything we have into our offense. Defense is solid, too. So's the bullpen. Starting pitching, though, is going to hold us back a bit. But as we saw, there were a few teams who made the playoffs with subpar pitching, notably the Buzzwings. And I think also one of the other teams on the other side also had subpar starting pitching as well. So it's clearly in the sim, starting pitching is not the main priority. It's the offense that is carrying teams into the postseason. And we got the hot free agent, 19-year-old randomly generated S-tier player, Wilfred Hancock. We handed him a fat $20 million contract. He better be a god amongst men. I swear to God, if he's not, I will cut his ass by game 12. Mark my words. I will do it. I will either cut him by game 12 or by game 8, depending on how badly he's doing. This should be good. I can't believe we're taking a big risk like this, but hey, you know what? I think it's worth it. That's going to be the highlight of this free agent period. Bassinet, you get one more year to prove to me that you are a starting caliber first baseman, and if not, your ass is off the team. Hopkins did really well. He'll be back. Pinata is a solid bench guy. He can play anywhere. So, Burnout, you can now take over duties as primary right fielder. I can denote you as such. No, Bassinet's not playing right field. His fielding's way too low. You can also move Austin out there to right field, but I need him in center. Tandy could move out in right field for all I care. He's got the wheels for it. But Burnout has the better arm. I would much rather have him out there. But yeah, that's going to do it for this offseason, guys. I think we were a little, what's the word you want to say? We were a little bit unhinged this offseason. We saw a prize target, and we went and got it. We literally are going all in this next season with $400K left to spend. There will be no player developments in the regular season. It's just going to be, this is the team we're sending out there. Go win me a championship. Let's sim the rest of the offseason. God, I can't believe I just did that. My God, I never go after big name free agents like that. And I just said, you know what? Let's try something different. We've made it playoffs last 3 years. We haven't made it past the second round. Let's see if this is the big move that's going to put us over the top. Or if this is just going to make us crash and burn. I don't know. We're about to find out, though, next episode. That should be fun. That should be a fun one. We're going to see if this was the right call or if I just made a really, really big mistake. Okay, so last year's MVP, Barnes-Wobble, did get signed before the end of free agency. He's going to the Whispers. Tuna Maddox did get signed. He's going to the Bowmen. Savannah Townsend got signed as well. She's going to the Gobblers. Silas Phillips, one of our reliever we released, he's going to the Felines. Malaya Ellison got cut by the front runner, so she is a free agent, one of our former players. Bert Arbor did get signed. He's going to the Ridgebacks. Any of my guys get picked up? I'm just scrolling through to see if anyone else got signed, like for my old team. Nope. Listen, mess. Okay. Maya Berg did get signed. I figured as much. Nope, no other big moves were made since I made my last signing. Okay. All right. Let's look at the free agent pool. Any of my former players out here? I know Malaya Ellison is going to be out here. Leah Collins is still out here. So we'll see if she ends up getting signed. There's Ellison. Ellison's still down at a B. I think she got up to a B+, and then she regressed back down. I don't think she ever hit the A tier. Collins, I don't think ever got out of B tier either. She might have hit B+ once and then just, went back to B and has been living there ever since. None of my other original Cutter members are out here, so that's just those two. Okay. All right, well, that's it up to the next game, and we'll call it a day. We're going to start our next year off against the Buzzwings again. All right, that is going to be next episode. Hanny Baxter has been promoted to the ace. Okay. So Hanny Baxter's the ace. It looks like Marv Willis will be the 2. Rookie Solomon will be the 3, and sophomore Pablo Canto will be the number 4. All right. So that's our new revamped pitching rotation, which is taking a huge step back from last year as we got rid of Maddox and Townsend. Why? Well, that's the big reason why. Wilfred Hancock, the S-tier 19-year-old rookie catcher, will be making his debut, and we'll see if this is the man who's going to carry us to a second championship in franchise history. I saw something, and I'm trying something new. Normally, I don't go for big guys like this, so we'll see if this was either a really, really big clutch move or if this was a huge mistake. Burnout is still here. The captain is now the backup catcher. He'll be moving out to right field most primarily for the season. Jason Pinata will be the 3rd-string catcher. He will be the utility player. Basically, he can move around the field. Bassinet is back for his 2nd year at first base. He is in a prove-it year. If he does not do well, I will get rid of him. Emil Hopkins had a great sophomore year. He's back for his 3rd. Ronald Hogwash is a rookie. He'll be our new bench middle infielder. Ezekiel Miner's back for year number 5. Ghost Praline back for his 2nd year. Anthony Hilldown back for his 5th year. Yeah, just checking. Pena back for his 2nd year. Presidente back for his 2nd year. Tandy Deep, the other original member of the roster, still here. He is entering his 12th year in the league next time out. Same with Burnout. Reese Austin back for, I believe this will be his 4th year in the league. Will be. Pablo Cantu in his 2nd year is the new number 4 pitcher. Dina Sullivan, the rookie, is the number 3. Marvelous is number 1. Hanny Baxter, actually Baxter's number 1. Willis is number 2. So Willis comes back, Baxter comes back. These are the new additions, Cantu and Solomon, replacing Townsend and Maddox. Everett Yuppers, Morgan Duran, Khalil Butters, and Liz Wilkins all returned from last year's club. And McKinley Whitaker, the 22-year-old reliever, will be making her debut this year as our new development piece next to Liz Wilkins. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Year 11 in the books for the Cutters. Quick recap of the full season run. We won our division for the second straight year. It's our fourth division title in team history. Made the playoffs for a third straight year. However, we once again fell just short as we ended up finishing in the semifinals once again. This time we were knocked out in 4 games by the eventual champion Colossus, who claimed their first title in 11 seasons here in the league as they knocked off the Razzles. And that brought Jude Hokie and Harsh McFreddy their second titles here in the league. So both of them were on the Colossus roster. Connor Frazier Jr. was actually on the Razzles roster, and he missed out on his second. So, but that 14-10 was our best record in a long, long time here in the league. It was actually our best record since year number 3, where we went, I believe, 16-8, if I remember correctly. And then in the offseason, made some big signings. Maybe a little questionable. You guys can let me know how you feel about them down in the comments. But I think I'm excited to see how year 12 is going to go and see if that was the move that's going to put us over the top, or if I really just shot this organization in the foot and sent us back another 10 years in our development race. But we also saw 2 more retirements here in the series. Third baseman Mateo Wade and second baseman Alfredo Beard, both returning from the Second Chance Hot Corners rebuild over on SMB4, have hung them up after 11 seasons. Both of them retire after solid careers in the league, nothing major to write home about. They were just quality guys that came off the bench and did stuff for us, basically. And they were actually really good starters at the beginning of the series, and then, they evolved into bench players, and they both lived up to their roles really well. That's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, hit the follow and/or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch is down in the description below if you guys want to come over, watch the games live before they're posted, and also follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. Add Pracknasty over here on Twitch as well if you're all curious. Shout out to John Moore for chatting with me during the stream. Appreciate it, buddy. Nice seeing you again. Everyone else, I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.